There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
Then mended, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Then mended, dear Henry, dear Henry, mended.
Dear Liza, I'm going down the well to fetch some water. That's nice, dear Henry. Wait a minute. Listen. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's this hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole. So fix it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. So fix it, dear Henry, dear Henry, fix it.
Wait a minute. Look at this. There's a hole in the bucket. Dear Liza, there's this hole in the bucket. Dear Liza, a hole.
I said there's a hole in the bucket. Liza, me darling. I said a hole in the bucket. Oh, Liza, a hole.
Oh, well, now fix it there, Henry. Aha, Henry, hey, Henry, you go and fix it there, Henry. Yeah, Henry, fix the bucket there.
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Dino, dear Dino. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Dino, a hole.
Well, fix it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. Well, fix it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. Fix it.
So yeah, today is my Bucket's Got a Hole in It day. It's also Loomis Day. Now, what's this thing about Loomis? Well, it's about Malin Loomis. And Malin Loomis was the dentist, but the thing he invented had nothing to do with teeth. He knew about electrical properties of the atmosphere, and like Tesla conceived an idea to transmit electricity through the air to a distant location. His idea was perhaps off a bit. He thought to charge a layer of the atmosphere would create electrical conduit between two metal towers set high on mountaintops. So what he did is he did put two kites at the same height, a distance from each other, and he thought he could create a DC current. However, what he did was completely wrong, but it actually worked. We know that this idea of creating electrical current through DC wouldn't work as described. What was likely happening, since the kites were at the same height, the kite wires were being used to transmit and receive information would be of the same size. This means that the signal sent from the transmitting kite would be at the correct frequency to be received at the other end. In short, it worked, but not how he thought it would. Loomis is best celebrated by taking a little time to consider the way that his discovery helped shape the world you live in today. You see, he really may be the inventor of TV, radio, even your Wi-Fi signal that's all sent through wireless means. He is the inventor of wireless technology. And of course, if those aren't good enough daily holidays for you, the last one today is Water Flower Day. Only 3 daily holidays a day, so it's a good day to invent one if you want to be famous for a daily holiday.
Day in history. May 30th.
In 1922, the Lincoln Memorial was dedicated in Washington, D.C. In 1971, the U.S. space probe Mariner 9 was launched on a mission to Mars. It became the first artificial satellite of another planet when it orbited the red giant 6 months later. On this day in 1989, students in China's Tiananmen Square erected a 33-foot-high statue they named the Goddess of Democracy. And on this day in 1431, Joan of Arc was burned at the stake. Heavenly voices had urged the 19-year-old to lead France to victory over England in the 100 Years' War. Upon capture, Joan was accused of heresy. Her only request was that a priest shout prayers loud enough to be heard over the flames. And that's this day in history.
Franciscan Media Saint of the Day for May 30th. Today we celebrate Saint Joan of Arc. Joan was born in 1412 to a fairly well-to-do peasant couple in a village 200 miles southeast of Paris, France. She was only 12 when she began experiencing visions and hearing voices that she later identified as Saints Michael the Archangel, Catherine of Alexandria, and Margaret of Antioch. At the urging of her voices, Joan cut her hair, dressed in men's clothing, and led French troops against the English in the 100 Years' War, recapturing the cities of Orleans and Troyes. These victories enabled French King Charles VII to be crowned in 1429. The following year, Joan was captured and sold to the English, who imprisoned her. Tried for heresy and witchcraft, she was condemned to death. On May 30th, 1431, Joan was burned at the stake, her ashes scattered in the Seine River. 25 years later, a second trial nullified the earlier verdict, acknowledging that the defeated English had resented Joan's part in France's military success. Best remembered as a soldier, Joan of Arc was devoted to the sacraments, which strengthened her compassion toward the poor. She was canonized in 1920. There's more about the saints.
Our verse today is from the second book of Samuel. Indeed, you are my lamp, O Lord. The Lord lights my darkness. But you, I can crush a troop, and by my God, I can leap over a wall. This God, his way is perfect. The promise of the Lord proves true. He is a shield for all who take refuge in him. And our joke of the day, what has 18 legs and catches flies? A baseball team. Everybody have a great day.